Here's the solution for day 3, problem 1. A ramp is built for wheelchair access. Its horizontal length is 30 feet and its height is 4 feet. Part A, sketch a diagram. So we want a diagram of a ramp. Maybe a line vertically and then horizontally, and then now the ramp itself would be something diagonal, like that. And this is going to meet the floor at a 90-degree angle. And so we recognize this question in math as a problem involving a right triangle. Now we're told that the height is 4 feet, so this side of the triangle gets labeled 4 feet, and the horizontal length is 30 feet. That's across the bottom of the triangle, 30 feet. The side of the triangle that we do not know and that we're asked to figure out in part B is the length of the ramp's surface. That's this diagonal side of the right triangle called the hypotenuse. We do not know how long that is, and so we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find it. The side of the triangle we don't know is the hypotenuse, and in the Pythagorean theorem that is the variable c. So it makes sense to label the unknown side using the letter c. So let's do part B of this using the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. The symbol A is the shortest leg of a right triangle, in this case 4. The symbol B is the other leg of the right triangle, in this case the 30. And the hypotenuse is the one we do not know, so let's leave it as c squared. So here's an equation that we would like to solve for the variable c. To the left of the equals, there are these numbers, which can be figured out and added together, and we can get this as a single number. 4 squared is 16. 30 squared means 30 times 30. That's 900. And 16 plus 900 is 916. That's equal to c squared. Now let's solve for c. We can remove the exponent by using square root. So the square root of 916 is equal to the square root of c squared. The square root of c squared is c. But what is the square root of 916? The square root of 900, you might remember, was 30. And so the square root of 916 is going to be more than 30. Let's use the calculator and get that figured out. Square root 916. Enter. 30 point. Let's round to one decimal place, so we look at the next spot over. That is 5 or higher, and so we'll round this digit up to a 3. 30.3. So we found that the answer for C is 30.3, and the letter C is written on this side of the triangle, which was representing the surface of the ramp. That's what we were asked to figure out, and so we got that the answer is 30.3 feet. Now, day 3, problem 2. You charge $450 on a credit card that charges 16% interest compounded monthly. If you make no payments on the card for 9 months, then how much money do you owe the credit card company? And hint, use this compound interest formula to find the amount you owe. And so let's use this formula and solve for the letter A, representing the amount of money, by substituting values for these other variables, starting with P, the principal amount, the amount that we started with, $450. And then 1 plus, okay, the letter R is interest rate, done as a decimal. So when it says 16%, that's written as a percent. Let's change 16% to its decimal version, 0.16. Over. Now the letter N, the number of times per year that interest is compounded. It says compounded monthly. The word monthly means 12 times per year, once every month. And now the exponent. The letter N is 12 times. Now the letter T. T is the time in years that interest is being added to our credit card bill. So how much time in years is going by? It says 9 months. Now that's not 9 years, so we're not going to write a 9 here. We need to write 9 months in terms of years. So 9 months is 9/12 of a year. Now let's simplify this up so that we're not typing such a complicated expression in the calculator, especially this part here in the exponent. We can do a lot better than this. So A equals 450 in parentheses 1 plus 0.16 over 12. And now the exponent. 12 over 1 times 9 over 12. These 12s cross-cancel, and look what's left to be the exponent. Just a 9. That's going to be a lot better to type in. So A equals, let's type this in the calculator and see how much money we owe our credit card company after 9 months. 450, parenthesis, 1 plus 0.16, divide 12, close the parenthesis, exponent 9. Okay, we want this to be in dollars and cents, so we need to consider this digit here. Looking at the next number, it's not 5 or bigger, so we'll leave this as a 7 instead of rounding it up. So $506.97. If we charge money to our credit card at this interest rate and we don't pay anything back for 9 months, not only owe them the $450 that we charged, but we also owe them an additional, it looks like $56.97 because we now owe them this amount total. We better pay that card back.